We recorded an amazing episode and the audio file got completely corrupted. Something went wrong and it's gone forever. So we are going to use the audio that the camera itself records, which is terrible and has the sound that you just heard in it throughout the entire thing. So I'm really sorry, but we still wanted to put this episode out because I think it's a good one and we haven't put one out in a while. So here is our shitty audio episode 7. Thank you so much for watching.
Hello. Welcome to Did You Mean to Say That?
Did you mean to say that?
Take 10. Hello. Welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that.
We did not. I'm your co-host, Bobby.
I'm your co-host, Erin.
And welcome back. That was perfect.
That was so funny. And I'm your co-host, Bobby.
And I'm Erin.
Welcome back. We were just trying to figure out when we last filmed it. It's been so long that we don't even remember.
Yeah.
I am out of it today. My allergies are so bad. I'm already starting to get depression because it's not hot anymore. I hate kickball, and we just went to kickball. Bobby's literally texting. He has no idea what's going on.
I feel good today.
Great.
But I need to really get into it.
Yeah, I'm just not there mentally, and obviously we got high. Oh, I do want to address. I did, sorry. Bobby's still going with the bit.
I'm so family friendly, it's not a bit.
I don't want to drink on the podcast anymore because it zones me out even further. Mm-hmm. I find that if I drink, I just get
See, it gives me a better performance during, but after I'm always zoned. And I just go to bed. So let's dive right in.
I need to choke my coffee or something. It's already I don't know what's going on.
Should we just restart?
No.
Did we say anything noteworthy?
Yeah. I said I'm not drinking on the pod.
True.
Check that off the list.
I said I am. Check that off the list.
The first thing we need to address is at the very end of our last episode, we were inquiring about why there's so many bees, which I found out are actually yellow jackets.
/ wasps.
Which, if you remember from the last episode, I went into great detail about why I fucking hate wasps so bad and why I'm fine with bees. Well, we found the answer, and it's literally just that the earth is dying.
Well, can I tell the story?
Yeah, you can tell the actual answer. I was just giving a little fun synopsis.
One day, September 26th, it seems, I wanted to go take a walk in the park, and I was
a fateful day.
I was you know what? I'm gonna go to the freaking zoo. And I took myself to the zoo. It was a beautiful morning. There were obviously not really any children there because they were in school.
That was so sweet of you.
It was so wholesome and fun. I saw everything. I walked through the whole park.
You literally just took yourself on the cutest little date, and I'm obsessed with that.
And as
because we're romanticizing self-love.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend doing stuff like that. I'm walking past this sign, and it has an angry me holding up my phone.
Your editor will insert that clip.
It has a angry bee on it. It says, "Be aware."
Literally angry because they're not bees, they're wasps.
Wasp season is through October. Please take extra caution. Wasp population in Greater Cincinnati are larger this year than in recent years. The killing frost from late fall last year and an exceptionally mild winter have resulted in a higher than normal survival rate of wasp queens who have all established their own colonies. So we weren't crazy, and I found out an answer by just taking myself on a cute date.
Yeah, so literally basically global warming is the cause because the winter was too mild. The ecosystem is supposed to they're not supposed to survive that, but because so many of them did, because it basically was never cold, they just kept procreating
and
the whole season, and they're not supposed to.
So now they're just out here stinging everyone left and right. Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Wait, Tay!
I need a hug.
Didn't you tell me that you knew multiple people got stung at your dad's birthday party?
Yeah.
Yes!
And the same week or weekend and the following week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Literally, so on the last podcast I said people are getting stung left and right, and he said who else? And I was someone.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know for sure.
Sister.
Yeah, I found out why.
Both sisters.
Global warming.
That's what we found out. Well, Tay's here.
Tay's here.
Our live studio audience of one today. Pumpkin spice latte. Instead of whipped cream, get pumpkin cold foam and an apple drizzle. Thank me later. No, actually, thank Hannah and Tello. Okay, answer about the bees. Got it.
Okay.
Wait, I wrote down an even funnier bit would be for me to try to go brand safe, like 75 hard.
That would be 75 harder.
And every time I fuck up, the viewers drink. I think next episode I will actually try. So get your drinks ready for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I'm still not cursing. I need to talk about the phenomenon that's been sweeping the nation. That is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I don't want to talk about it.
I have to.
I know,
have shit
go
to-
ahead.
I have stuff to say.
Damn it. Drink.
I just wanted to say I love it. That's really it.
I like it. I think it's super cute.
I like
I'm
the
just
idea.
like, I'm so tired of hearing about it. And I'm tired of like the actual Chiefs and the NFL like doing crazy shit with it. I think they were even on like FanDuel or something. Like
Yeah,
I think
it
one of
was-
the betting apps
they were,
instead
like,
of the Chiefs
using play
logo
on
was
words.
Taylor Swift.
I saw that.
Like, oh my god. It's really cute, but it's also like,
We get it.
I don't say it. Just kidding.
She
I
said
said
quiet on set.
Respect the
Well, I should
mic,
talk.
please.
Respect the mic. I've been getting into the NFL because of Taylor Swift.
No, you're kidding. Have you seen those tweets that are like explaining the
it.
NFL to
It's so funny.
Swifties?
It's so funny. It's like a touchdown is kind of like a sleigh.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, can I read them? They're
Yeah.
so funny. I retweeted it.
I saw one that was like real. It was like
Like an
actually like
actual
there's
thing
4
they did.
downs to get a touchdown.
I
and-
saw that too.
This girl I follow hates it so bad. Like now my timeline is like all that plus then her tweets like every hour on Sunday like I fucking hate Taylor Swift. I fucking hate the NFL. Like fuck this. She's been calling her the white devil. It's so funny.
I'm calling Doja Cat that. I'm just kidding. So a touchdown is kind of like a joint sleigh, and a 3-point kick is kind of like when they gag them a bit. So the quarterback is kind of like their mother. So a handoff is like letting your teammate be jeweled. Protecting your quarterback is kind of like saying, might I suggest you don't fuck with my sis. That doesn't count. So a fumble is kind of like when a player flops. So when a player completes a pass, it's like, oh, he ate that.
I'm dead.
So Gatorade is kind of like their cold brew. So a play is kind of like their choreo, and a player's stats is kind of like their reputation.
That's so funny, and I'm weak as fuck. They slipped a Beyonce reference in there as well.
What was it?
Mine, I suggest you don't fuck with my sis.
Oh, I didn't know that was Beyonce.
It's cozy, which is so funny because Solange punched Jay-Z in the face, so it's like the hardest line fucking ever.
Of course,
I love
sometimes you go down,
Solange.
there's $1 billion in an elevator.
Exactly. Something so funny that's happened since our last episode is that my mother started watching the podcast
Oh my gosh, yeah.
religiously.
I was so
She's like
excited
watched
for
every
this.
episode, I think. And she was live texting me while she was watching it. So I was gonna read some of my mom's live texts while she was watching. Is Bobby still talking to the guy from the first podcast? LMAO.
I sure am.
We have such an update. And Barbie changed Bobby? I'm dead. It was cute, but I don't know about changing my life.
You told me that she said that, and I agree.
I said, ha ha ha, they're like dating now. This was like before. She said, ha ha ha, so hopefully he's not a fuckboy. He seems into him, so that's nice. And then she said, Bobby, keep the cunt.
The kind.
Then she texted me, she's watching it days later again. Driver's License became a song I like after the SNL sketch. And then this is the one that I've been wanting to redo so bad. I didn't even want to text it to you because I need this reaction because it's so fucking funny.
Okay.
She randomly texts me a different day at 3:48 p.m. and says, I think you might be too hard on Bobby about this guy. This guy seems to be giving player vibes. He probably didn't want to go to a gay bar that night because he probably knew someone was there who maybe he's not being upfront with and would act as if they're also dating or something. He seems a bit sketch. God, I don't miss dating in my 20s/30s.
I'm dying.
She ate. I didn't answer, I just realized at all. I didn't even react.
You ate. Wow.
I'm dead.
So that's the funniest text I've ever gotten because here's the update on that situation, which, by the way, we do need to give him an alias because we're just going to be talking about him. On the last episode, Chloe told us that she wants us to come up with aliases instead of bleeping out the names because
Yeah.
when we bleep out the names, it gets confusing, like which person we're talking about.
Eric. Like Prince Eric?
It's my father's name, my
Right,
first boyfriend's name.
Right, okay, right.
Patrick.
That's his middle name.
Okay. That works.
Sure.
Wait, that's so funny.
No.
That Chloe's the one who told me to do this, so that's her boyfriend's name.
That's perfect.
I think it's so funny though, and I love that that's his middle name.
Perfect.
So let's give the update on Patrick.
So we're still talking, as like you guys know. Well, I'm getting there. And I was at a wedding this past weekend, and on the morning of the wedding, he texted me and goes, "What's the name of your podcast?"
Nightmare.
Nightmare. I'm literally like having anxiety.
We have talked, if this is your first time watching, we have talked so many times about how Patrick is never going to watch this and how like he would die if he did.
Mm-hmm.
You texted me that and I was like, oh my God. But then I was like, you know what? We've prepared for this. We knew it was going to come someday, and we've said a million times, like, if I was talking to someone and I saw that, it would make me like them more. Like, someone that you're dating needs to be comfortable with this because we just talk about our lives. We want to do this.
For sure.
And like, if he's fun and funny, he'll love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the
and I
vibe.
was mentally preparing for him to be like, "What the fuck?"
I knew it was going to be fine, and I also knew that if it wasn't fine, it wasn't going to work, and that was going to be fine too, because I just genuinely think it would be so weird to watch this and be like,
ew,
that was weird, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about me anymore.
Well,
so what happened then?
Turns out it made him like me more.
I know! So funny.
So the first thing he says about it is, "Oh my God, this is so funny." And then he lightly addressed some of the things that we like talked about.
Yeah.
And he did bring up the gay club thing. He was like, "It made me look like I was like homophobic or something. I just didn't want to go like party, blah blah blah." Like,
he didn't want to dance, you guys. That's all it was. He didn't feel like dancing. Sorry, Mom.
Right.
That's all it was. He didn't want to dance.
Then
It's so funny that he said it made me look homophobic. Because we were disgusted that he didn't want to go to a gay bar. Like, what do you mean?
But
Like,
I kind of
wanna
thought
go.
what your mom thought like at the time.
No, for sure. And I think after I watched that episode, I was like, okay, yeah, like maybe that
just
is
simply been to
why.
gay clubs together multiple times.
Yeah,
since
it just doesn't matter. It was just a one-time thing. But I think also, like we said a million times, like he didn't want to dance because the night wasn't going well. Like, it's not like he was like having so much fun and wanted to keep roaring until 2 a.m. It was like, I would like to get pizza and go to sleep, please.
And boy did we. But anyway.
And boy did we.
So then I got home from Nashville and he asked me to be his boyfriend last night.
So Bobby has a boyfriend. That's the update.
Bitch.
If you've been watching, this is episode 7.
That's my lucky number, and it was on the 7th yesterday, and I was number 7 in our kickball lineup.
Holy
Stop.
shit.
That's crazy.
The update is that Bobby has a boyfriend, and it's literally because of our podcast. So love that.
He said last night that he wanted to make it official before he watched it.
Yeah, but
It solidified.
it solidified it hard.
For sure.
He was like, you know what? Let's just fucking do it.
He said it showed I care.
Yeah.
And I do care about you, if you're watching this, which you probably will.
So cute. And what's so funny is that in our like second episode, I said like, if he ever watches this, he's gonna fucking love me.
Yeah,
And he
does.
texted me like while he was like, yeah, he literally loves you. And then he came to our kickball game today, which
So
is
cute.
so funny. We need to talk about the kickball game.
Oh my God.
But he came to our kickball game today. As we're leaving, he like knew we were going to film the podcast, and he goes, "Aaron, keep him in line." Which I will, and I have.
So kickball today.
Kickball today.
It was at 11:50, which I was up and at 'em. I was ready for it. I was excited.
I was not.
Aaron was not that.
I don't want to play anymore. Sorry, Cole and Hope, if you're watching this. I think Hope's not watching.
Hope's literally never come to a game after the first one. Like, literally. Am I lying?
I don't even know if she's on the team. I don't know why she wasn't there this weekend. She didn't say anything.
She
I
wasn't
don't think.
She was. I only saw her that very first
Well,
time.
then Cole, sorry. I'm not sorry to anyone else.
Well, I'm so
I
sorry
just
to
like
help, but-
I hate kickball. I didn't realize how bad I hated it. And I've been playing volleyball like every night of the week, having so much fun. And now I'm like, I'm being crazy. I'm like, I don't want to hurt myself at kickball because then I won't be able to play volleyball. And I also just hate the sport of kickball, as it turns out. So, and it's cold now. I can't catch, I can't throw, I can't kick, and I don't like running. It just was so fun when I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I'd actually rather play any other sport. And now it's freezing. So like we get there today and I was just like,
I took my sweatshirt off. But I was hustling and bustling.
No, Bobby. Okay, so that's what we need to address. So Bobby's on second, running
First
to
of
third.
all, I kicked it and didn't get out, which I usually do.
I got out every single time I kicked today.
I usually do.
The team.
Or I get out
So
first.
this is we need to back up. The team had like 6 people there, which is not enough to play. You have to forfeit if like X amount of people don't show up.
Right.
So they had to forfeit. And then they were like, well, do you guys just still want to play for fun? And I was like, no.
Which is crazy of you because we're literally doing it for fun. Like, I don't give a crap if we
Devin also said he'll never say the word crap again after our first episode. Sorry.
And I was like, I've also never heard you say that after that, so whatever.
Thank God.
Not the praying.
We're not talking about religion for our 3rd episode in a row.
Nope.
Oh God.
But anyway, I got to second. Someone kicks it. I get to third. They're like, go home.
But
oh, wait, no, it wasn't.
On his way to third, someone because you can tag the player, so they threw the ball at him and he stopped and dodged it, and then the ball kept going. So then he kept running, and then he gets home, and the girl's like, the umpire is like he's out. It hit him, and we were like, no.
And I kind of looked at her and I was like,
there ended up being
what?
confusion around it. And then she ends up we're like, cool, keep going. He gets the run, whatever. We're all cheering. And then she definitively says, he's out. It touched him. He even admitted it.
I did not admit it.
The umpire.
I didn't
How old
admit
were
it.
they?
She was really nice. I don't know, probably 29, 30 vibes. I have no idea how old she was.
She was really
But she was so much nicer than all the refs we've had so far. She was really sweet. It was just so bizarre.
That she said
he didn't admit it.
I was like, okay, what? Or I said something like that.
You admitted your guilt.
And she was like, he's out. It touched him. He admitted it. And we were like,
I wasn't about to argue and be like, no, but I genuinely
one, we were playing
swear
for fun. 2, this league is for fun.
I didn't
so
feel it hit me, but I guess
it just didn't hit you. But I was cracking up the whole rest of the game. He admitted it is crazy. He just did it. He literally didn't say yeah, you guys, it hit me. That never happened. It's crazy.
But
it didn't hit him.
But then the next time I kicked, I did score.
You got an actual run.
I was the first.
You were the only.
And I couldn't breathe for the rest of the game until probably when we were
Yeah, Bobby had to use my inhaler.
I did.
Well, we need to talk about the fact that we're here right now.
What?
And not on our way to Columbus.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Guys.
Okay, here's how I feel right now. I feel so dead inside about it, and I've just been denying it and blocking it out that I don't know if I'm gonna have a podcast worthy response to it, because I'm just
I'll just explain the situation.
That's how I feel.
I'm just okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel?
Fuck.
Sorry, too soon. Guys, we were supposed to originally see Drake in Columbus.
I am literally supposed to be arriving in Columbus in 30 minutes to a cute little hotel with a free breakfast and a pool and a hot tub.
And that's not happening.
And now we're here.
We were supposed to see him in July. He rescheduled to tomorrow, Monday, October, whatever. And he rescheduled again, and then last night posted that it was his last show of the tour.
I'm trying to muster up. I literally feel blacked out from anger and disappointment and sadness. I just feel nothing. Mm-hmm. The emotions have come full. I haven't even let myself feel it.
No.
Here's I'm not gonna let myself feel it until my ticket says canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And
then run me my fucking money. Sorry for not cussing.
We're over that. I am cussing. I'm just not on next week.
Canceled on my ticket like I'm seeing Tana Moja. Fire.
Bar. So basically, Drake added the Columbus tour date well after tickets went on sale and the whole tour was announced. So he went out of his way to add this show.
Right.
Which is so fucking annoying because I was thinking about going to Detroit, New Orleans, Chicago. I was going to go somewhere. No matter what, I was seeing this fucking tour because I also am worried that this is going to be his last tour, if not one of his last tours ever.
Por qué?
Because he's talking about retiring. He said he's not going to make music for a while after this album. He literally told Lil Yachty on that interview that he's about wrapping up with the music shit. He doesn't want to be an old rapper. He's just I've seen it all, done it all. He added this show. It was for July 1st. It was for fucking July 1st. We were the second stop on the tour. He ends up rescheduling both of those shows. Like a week before we're supposed to go. I got a non-refundable fucking hotel. So I paid for a fucking hotel for this already. Then he reschedules it for October 9th. Chicago ends up opening it, which is so annoying because like that's probably the one I would have ended up going to. So I would have seen the first night, the opening night of the tour, and I would have already seen him and none of this would be happening and I'd be done with it. Mm-hmm. But he reschedules it for October 9th, which is going to be the last stop on the tour, which we are so excited about. Like being the last fucking night of this tour is crazy, right? Mm-hmm. In my head the whole time, I'm like, Drake's not gonna do this whole fucking tour and then go to Columbus, Ohio for the last night. Like he's just not. And like the third to last show is in fucking Toronto. Like he's obviously gonna end the tour in Toronto. Like why would he go home and then come to Memphis and Nashville and Ohio? Like what? It's just like address it though.
Yeah.
I can't even believe you would like add this extra fucking show just to do all this fuck shit. Like
it puts a bad taste in my mouth, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, it makes I'm not having a good time. I'm like actually pissed off at how good the album is because I was literally in my head like I might be done with Drake. Like this was so fucked.
I'm already gone in terms of like as a person loving him.
Well, yeah.
But like his album is fire. So.
I just feel weird and bad when I think about Drake right now.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Tay's here. We've been fans of Drake since we were like 12. Like actually, so it's just hard.
Yeah.
Like that's over half my life. A, we obviously need our money back. B, we need an apology or addressing at all.
Oh wow. No, it's not oh wow. I'm bummed as well.
I know, I don't even know how to like segue out of that or like wrap that up. It's just like I want to kill myself, so. What's your next topic?
We were talking about this already, but we want to have a name for our fans and our listeners.
Oh my god.
So I figured I would ask y'all.
Yeah, what do you guys want to be
What do you guys want to be called?
Like, you know, Swifties. I can't think of a single other
Okay,
beehive.
Arianators.
It's called Did You Mean to Say That?
Yeah, here's the
So
ones
what
that
if we
we've...
call them what if the audience is the Sayers?
That's what we said.
So, but we want it to be like
No, I
funny
get it,
and
'cause I'm not in love
cunty.
with that.
What should our fans be called? Speakers of the house, I said.
I like that.
And then I said sociopaths.
I love that.
And he said the naysayers. I said the speakeasies. I hate them all. So
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
So y'all let us know about that.
Yeah, let us know because I'm racking my brain and I can't think of anything. So let us know in the comments below what you guys would like to be called. My next topic is crazy again. I always come up with topics like too early before we film so that by the time the episode comes out, it's such an old topic. Mm-hmm. But we need to talk about this Disney wedgie lady.
On the water slide?
Yes.
Yeah, and she got like hurt.
Yes, okay. But the crazy thing about it is...
She's
okay,
a Republican
just hold on.
senator.
The girl who gave the over-the-pants hand job at Beetlejuice the musical was a Republican senator. And she got caught on camera.
Over the pants.
Over-the-pants hand job at Beetlejuice the musical. A Republican senator.
Which we hear is a good musical.
When was this?
So long
Like
ago
a
at
month
this
or
point,
so.
like a month. Anyway, so this woman got a wedgie on a water slide at Disney. And the crazy thing is they're trying to like minimize, like they're doing like full PR stunt to try and like minimize what happened to her and make it sound like trivial and stupid and like she's an idiot and like she just got a wedgie and she's suing them. Kind of like the hot coffee McDonald's of it all. Mm-hmm. Like just a corporation just trying to literally belittle her and like wipe this under the rug. But she literally got such bad injuries from this water slide. She has like her internal organs are like fucked up from it. Ugh. Like her colon and intestines and shit.
That is crazy.
And it has something to do with like the lifeguard not telling her the proper way to do it or like the pressure, like some reason she's suing them. But it's just crazy that Disney's being like so fucked up.
Is it?
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not
shocking.
surprising, yeah.
It's fucked up though. And I think that's fucking wild, and I just wanted to discuss that.
They're
because
gonna
I
come
hate
up with a
that.
movie in a few years like Princess Wedgie, so no one can Google Disney Wedgie.
Frozen.
Frozen. Mm-hmm. I watched it with Patrick.
I've watched a little bit of
Chloe's
Still at
boyfriend.
Work. These are ones I need to watch. I forgot about his name.
Now it's your turn to tell us one of your topics.
Uh-oh, I'm running out.
Oh no.
I was gonna say that I did put my book out and I finished it because last time I said
He
I
did finish it. He did in fact finish it.
Sweet.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. I'm working on my new one now. Just kidding.
Oh. Aren't you kind of always though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're a writer.
But I realized that when I started, like, in my mind writing for that specifically, I wrote under a filter that other people were going to be reading it. So now I want to kind of get back to just writing,
For sure.
for, like, my real truth.
Totally.
Not that I'm not being honest, but, like, a little more unfiltered.
Yeah, like it's unfiltered.
But yes,
Don't
people bought
feel-
it and read it, and I got good feedback.
Loved it. I need to buy it still. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. I'll do it right now. So Bobby's book is out. Go buy it. All you have
Bobby's
to
blue.
do is Venmo him $15, which I'll put his Venmo in the comments.
It's
And
at
he'll
Bobby
send you
Gelter.
a copy of the book at Bobby Gelter. Yeah. Congratulations on your second book.
I keep forgetting it's my second. Thank you.
Yeah, your sophomore slump. You beat the sophomore slump allegations.
I sure did.
Twice now.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. My final topic, the only other thing I have written down, is I was watching the now second to last episode of Canceled, and she was talking about her stalker really revving up.
I still didn't watch it all.
Well, anyway, it's just all about the stalker kind of. And I was just so curious if you've ever had a stalker. And then I remembered your brother's crazy ass fucking story. Should we tell that? Do you think she stalks you?
I don't know.
Do you think she's okay?
It's a little too dangerous.
That's what I think. It got too real. But my brother did have a stalker. She got dangerous, showed up to my parents' house. She ended up going into, like, an institution. So I genuinely, obviously hope that poor
Yeah, I
girl's
really
okay.
hope she's okay, but it got, like, actually scary for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I don't think she's texted him in a long time, but that was scary.
The story's so crazy. Like, I do agree that it's maybe a little bit, like, unsafe or just, like, not
I can ask him and we can talk about it next
a little
time.
gauche to talk
Yeah,
about
because it is crazy.
Because it's crazy.
I just don't know.
Like, it's one of the craziest stories I've, like, ever heard.
I already
so,
know my parents wouldn't want me to.
Well, good thing they don't watch our podcast.
Right.
Have you ever had a stalker?
Not proper.
Have you ever stalked?
I've harassed.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, just like an ex
Yes.
one time. But
Once.
no, I haven't stalked anyone.
Have you been stalked?
I would not say stalk. There's a guy who used to show up to a lot of my work events. Still, we can't say his name.
I know, I'm cutting
Poor
it.
guy. He's a really nice guy. Like, he's not like trying to cause any harm. He just thinks I'm cute. I don't know. It was just is what it is. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it is what it is. I have had like two situations. They weren't stalking per se, but a guy we went to high school with started like harassing me online and even like made burners after I blocked him to continue harassing me online, but in like a really weird way. Like, then he started commenting on all my like YouTube videos, and he was doing it under a burner and would just say like weird stuff, and he was really mean to me. So it was like, leave me alone. Like, what are you doing? Like, it was so fucking weird. And then I got like scared because he too.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
That was fucking crazy. So I have three situations actually.
Okay.
Same time frame though. And I got really scared about both of them because I had two very vivid nightmares. One about each of them. I lived on like a farm in the middle of nowhere, and I got so scared. I was like, if he ever like did anything to me, like he could easily like hide me or just whatever he wanted to do. Like, and then I got really scared. I had a nightmare about that. And then this other fucking guy, I don't know what this was. He just started texting me. Then at one point he was like trying to help me get a job in like a really weird way. He also sold drugs and would like text me from like where you like go online and like use a thing so that it disappears after a little bit. Like, he would like text me a link and it would like disappear. But they were all like I have shatter, like I have crack rocks, and like just it was always fucking.
Like in a weird way.
Keef turned into a rock, dipped in dabs, and then rolled in more Keef, and he's
That's
like,
what they
I'm
called me
selling.
in high school.
So yeah, it was stuff like that. But then he would also send me stuff that like I know were like hitting on me or whatever. They weren't weed, and then they would be deleted, and I would be like, what did that say? But I wouldn't ask because I didn't want to know.
Right.
And then he knew someone at this radio station that I really wanted to work for, allegedly. I don't know if he even knew them. He like sent me this opening, and you needed like a bachelor's degree and just like other stuff that I didn't have. And he was like, oh, well, I know the person who owns its son. We were like in a fraternity together or some shit. Do you want me to like put a good word in? And I was like, I mean, yeah, sure. Like it wouldn't hurt. Then he sends me a screenshot of him texting this guy, which after the fact I was like, was he just texting himself and he changed his name and was talking back and forth to himself? I'm not sure.
Right.
But he basically told the guy that he would give him 100 Xanax in exchange for like boosting my resume, like hiring me. And he's like trying to get him to do it. He sends me the screenshots of this, which is so fucking weird. And the guy says, is she cute? And he sends it to me, and I was like, yeah, I don't like want to get a job because you did a drug deal or because they want to know whether or not I'm hot to get the job. Like, I'm just, no thank you, I don't want this.
That's insane.
Then he like went a little nuts on me and was like, you just don't apply yourself. This is why you'll never, like, just started like going in on me about basically me being lazy or like not trying enough. And then it got just like fucking weird. And then he was texting me like way too much, sending me way too many things on the disappearing app. And then I had a vivid fucking nightmare that was so vivid that he was like in my room standing over my bed like watching me sleep on some like Edward Cullen shit. And after that I like deleted everything on my phone. I blocked him on everything, and I was like so fucking scared of him for so long because it was so vivid that I was like, I almost don't know if he was really here or not. Like I was so scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah, so those were my two situations. But then the one in high school, this isn't even stalking. This is just like the craziest fucking story. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is this
Probably. I don't know.
at the park?
At the park?
At the park.
Oh my god. Okay, so I have to like give so much context because everything about this story is so fucking crazy. This guy just randomly popped up one summer. He just randomly was a part of our friend group. Like everyone, like I think probably Malcolm was like one of the first people to hang out with him, which was Taylor's boyfriend at the time and like one of my best friends. So we were all hanging out. He starts hanging out with him, like he starts throwing parties like every weekend. His mom is never home. It's just him and his mom. She's never home. He's like, they have like flat screen TVs, and he drives really nice cars, and sometimes he has different cars, and like they're rich.
I swear you wear trench coats sometimes too.
He is an interesting person, and he just had, I don't know, it was just like weird like vibes in there. Like
He told weird stories where it's like, are you in like WITSEC? Like what's going on?
No, we were literally like, exactly. Like we were like, is he in witness protection? Is his mom a spy?
Are you a narc?
Are you a narc was obviously when he was, as we found out.
Wait, like actually?
Yeah, like in some ways. Like it was all insane. But then here's the craziest thing about it. First time I go to his house, he's moved in to the condo that's connected to my old condo that my grandparents used to live in, that I used to live in. He lives in our neighbor's house, which is just crazy. I lived there for years with my family, and they're literally connected, and he lives in this one. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I'm like partying basically in my old house. It's so weird. And I know that my neighbor died there. And he gets really drunk one night, and he tells our group of friends, I'm not there, but like a few of them, they were drinking, that his mom used to like kill people, and when they brought her in, they told her they would train her to be like a sniper. Instead of like serving time and like going to jail for life for murdering people, she could just become like a sniper in the US military.
Oh.
But then he told other people that like his mom owned Sunoco's or something. Like he told everyone something different about what his mother did for a living.
Maybe she's in the FBI.
And
for
exactly.
real.
So then we were like, okay, this is weird. Then we noticed that he ran what are those called? where you like are running through tires in the mud, you swim. It's like
off-roading?
No, it's like a
it's like
triathlon, but like more intense.
Okay.
And we noticed that he ran that and that a bunch of cops were commenting on his Facebook post after he ran it, and it's like a thing that cops do. And they were like, congrats, like, and we were like, what the fuck is
in
going
high school
on?
that happened?
Yeah.
I feel like his mom was probably a part of
Something. Like his mom was something, right?
Uh-huh.
So we go to homecoming, and I'm grounded as per usual. And they are at his house. It's like a couple people there. Malcolm comes and gets me from my window. I sneak out and I walk there because I live right by there.
It's so nice of Malcolm to come in.
I know, he's so sweet. And we're about to walk in and they tell me he's not there. And I'm like, wait, guys, are we fucking allowed to be here? Like, what the fuck? And they were like, yeah, he told us it was cool to come here after homecoming. I was like, okay. So then we're just like hanging out there for like a little bit. It's super chill. Like, it's not a party at all. It's really 4 people like hanging out. Like, he walks in, I will never forget this, with White Castle in hand. Him and Snoop walk in. And he's like, what the fuck are you guys doing in my house? And I was like, oh my, you didn't know we were here? Like, what the fuck? He gets so fucking mad, freaks out on everyone, and like, we all leave. Which, like, understandably so, if we really weren't allowed to be there, that's insane. Like, what? Mm-hmm. But I had no idea, and mind you, when I walked in, I was like, are we allowed to be here? And they were like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I genuinely double checked. Mm-hmm. And so we go home. I only had my phone for homecoming. Like, I was allowed to have it that night. Mm-hmm. I was barely allowed to go to homecoming. It was like a last minute decision that I could go. And then I didn't have it again until the next day we had school. I was allowed to text my ride. Mm-hmm. And then I wouldn't have the phone. I texted him the morning that I got my phone that we were about to be at school. And I was like, hey, just so you know, like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry, like, whatever. He sends me back this long ass fucking text. Like, everyone else said, sorry, you're only texting me this to save face because you know you have to see me later. Like, because we had math class together. He literally ended his message with, you are going to die alone, Aaron, I promise you that. Which is a crazy, on top of like going in on me, like, you're so fucking selfish, you're such a fucking, just going crazy. And I was just like, damn, yeah, I like didn't have my phone all weekend, and I actually asked if we were allowed to be there or not, but like, sounds good, you fucking freak. Like, I didn't say that, but so then he starts fucking with me in class. Like, he just does weird stuff. I'll never forget, I come back from lunch, he's sitting in the seat behind my desk, and he has his bare fucking feet on the desk in front of him, just has his literal feet on my chair.
Ew.
Bare feet at school, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to be like, help, can you move? Like, he waited until I said something to him for him to move. And he like made fun of me. It was just fucking weird as fuck. Yeah. So then, like, I'm still grounded from probably God only knows what. Mm-hmm. Sneaking out and going to Clifton, having a party at my house, getting arrested, you name it.
Right.
One of those times. It's one of the ones where I'm grounded for like the full quarter of school. Like, it's deep. And Taylor's out at a party, and he tells her, I hired someone to kidnap Aaron.
Did I call you ASAP?
Yeah. She starts sobbing. She's hammered. Starts sobbing and freaking the fuck out. And then he's like, oh my God, no, I was just kidding. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just kidding. And I was like, no. After all the things that have happened with him, like,
I believe
there's no way he was just fucking kidding. Like, that's so fucking weird. And then I'm like fucking freaked out, right? Like, so freaked out. And me and my friend Brad go to the park in my neighborhood. This is like a couple weeks later, and we're smoking, and it's like dusk, like the sun's setting, and there's like a playground, and like really far away from it is like a bench. So we're on this bench and we're smoking and we're just like hanging out, and all of a sudden a man, I'm like, this story sounds literally made up, like this sounds so insane. A man in a literal trench coat and a fedora comes to the park at dusk and starts reading a book on the benches like far away from us.
He was the kidnapper.
And immediately I'm like, Brad, we have to go. Like, I'm fucking freaking out. Like, I'm so scared. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And he's like, it's fine. He's literally just reading. Like, we're going back and forth. We're still smoking. I'm freaking out. And he keeps telling me, like, it's fine. He's just reading. And then I hand him like a box of matches. I will never forget this moment. And I said, read this to me. And he realizes like he can't see anything because it's that dark outside, and this man's just fully like reading a book. And I hand it to him and I'm like, read me that. And he immediately goes, yeah, we gotta go. And we get up and we leave, and we're just both freaking out at that point. We get in my car, we do like the loop around to leave, and when we come back, he's not there anymore.
That was
so fucked up.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. And then we're like driving back, and Brad turns to me and goes, what if that was the guy who hired to kidnap you?
That's what I'm thinking.
And I was like, oh, right. It probably was. So I genuinely think that's like a stalking story, and I do believe that he actually hired someone to kidnap me, and
I do
that
too.
was him in the flesh.
Oh my god. Thank God you were aware and got out of there.
I know. Like, thank God that I'm so afraid of literally everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
so
if you're
that was
watching
crazy.
this, fuck you for trying to kidnap my bestie.
Yeah, he
That's
moved
whack.
and he lives in like another state now, and like haven't heard from him since. So
Wow.
I know, right?
Ending on a crazy note.
It's basically like you watch Strangers.
I know. Oh my god, scary.
I watched The Strangers last night. It was so fucking freaky.
I did watch Insidious, and it's not as scary as I
Right.
remember when I was 14.
Well, that's... Hey guys, the camera died, but we're done anyway. Thank you so much for watching.
Who
Like,
dey?
comment, subscribe, share.
I love you guys.
Don't forget the kiss.
Aw.